The Lantern Keeper, a story from Every Tale Counts. Welcome to Every Tale Counts, where stories come alive and every tale has a heart. Today, we invite you on a magical journey deep into the forest, where a single flame holds the fate of an entire village. So, find a cozy spot, take a deep breath, and let the story begin. Part 1. The Forgotten Village. Long ago, hidden deep within the Whispering Woods, there was a village that no longer appeared on any map. This village was not rich or large, but it was home to a magical lantern that stood in the center square. It never went out, not in storms, not in darkness. It glowed with golden warmth, believed to protect the village from the shadows lurking in the forest beyond. Each year, the villagers held a joyful festival called the Night of Light, where they gathered to tell stories and celebrate the lantern's flame. But one year, something changed. The lantern began to flicker. Part 2. A boy named Eliot. Eliot was 12. He lived with his grandfather, the oldest lantern keeper in the village. Eliot's parents had vanished years ago, near the edge of the forest. Grandpa always said, "As long as the lantern burns, the shadows stay asleep." But one morning, Eliot woke to strange silence. No birds, no laughter. He ran to the square and saw the flame flicker, then dim. The villagers panicked. "It's the forest spirits," some cried. "We must leave," said others. But Eliot stepped forward. "Let me find the flame. I can bring it back." His grandfather shook his head. "You're just a boy." But Eliot packed his bag, took his mother's compass, his wooden sword, and stepped into the trees. Part 3. Into the woods. The forest was thick with fog. The trees whispered. Vines tried to grab his ankles. Eliot slept in hollows, drank rainwater, and followed the compass, though it spun oddly at times. On the third night, something slinked into his campfire light. A fox. Jet black. Eyes glowing red. "You smell like starlight," it hissed. "I seek the lantern's flame," Eliot said. The fox grinned. "Then answer this. What burns bright but never breaks?" Eliot thought long. Then whispered, "Hope." The fox vanished, leaving behind a single silver leaf. The compass pointed east. Part 4. The memory tree. Beyond the hills, Eliot found a grove with a single enormous tree. Its bark shimmered like mirrors. When Eliot touched it, the tree showed him visions, his mother's smile, his father holding the lantern laughing. The tree spoke in wind. "You seek the star's flame, but know what you've lost." "I remember," Eliot said. "I don't want to forget." The tree dropped a glowing seed into his hands. "Plant this when your journey ends," it whispered. Part 5. The Cave of Whispers. Deeper still, Eliot found a cave where the wind spoke like voices. "Turn back," it moaned. "You're alone." Eliot pressed on. At the cave's heart, a pool of silver starlight glowed. Floating above it, the lantern's flame, pulsing softly like a heartbeat. Suddenly, smoke creatures formed from the shadows. They crept forward, whispering fears and doubts. Eliot clutched the seed, the silver leaf, and his wooden sword. Then he planted the seed. A radiant tree grew instantly, bursting with light, banishing the shadow creatures. Eliot reached forward. The lantern's flame merged with the pendant around his neck. Part 6. Return. Eliot ran. The fox bowed as he passed. The memory tree hummed with warmth. When he arrived at the village, the lantern was nearly out. Villagers sat in silence, fear heavy in the air. Eliot walked to the lantern post, held up the pendant, and the flame leapt from his heart to the lantern, igniting it once more in glorious gold. Gasps. Then cheers. His grandfather embraced him. "You did it." "I didn't just find the flame," Eliot said. "I found them, and myself." That night, the Night of Light returned. The village danced. And Eliot, now the new keeper, watched the stars above. Because as long as someone remembers, the light never dies. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. If this story lit a little spark in your heart, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Every Tale Counts. We have many more tales waiting to be told. Until next time, keep the lantern burning and remember, every tale counts.